Donald Trump, from billionaire king to garbage royalty. On a bleak January morning in 2036, Donald J. Trump, the self-proclaimed stable genius and greatest man in history, stood shivering next to a reeking dumpster in Harlem, New York. The iconic red power suit was long gone, replaced by a moth-eaten sweater he'd fished out of a charity bin. Trash he once called loser leftovers. In his trembling hands, he clutched a soggy piece of cardboard scrawled with a half-dead marker. "I was the best president ever. Give me $5 for a Big Mac." Passers-by smirked, shook their heads, and muttered, "Another nutcase pretending to be Trump." Oh, but they were wrong. This was the real deal, 100% Trump, just that nobody cared to believe it anymore. It all started after Trump's second term ended in 2029, leaving the White House amid a chorus of boos from half the country and feeble applause from the other half. He strutted out with that smug grin, convinced he was still the invincible golden boy. But life isn't a Hollywood blockbuster with a happy ending. The Trump Organization, his so-called business masterpiece, began crumbling like a sandcastle at high tide. Lawsuits from his days peddling Trump steaks and running casinos popped up like mushrooms after rain. Tax evasion? Check. Financial fraud? Double check. Scamming students with Trump University? Oh, don't get me started. Creditors came knocking like it was Black Friday. Deutsche Bank, shady Atlantic City loan sharks, you name it, they wanted their pound of flesh. Trump Tower, his shining ego monument, was auctioned off for peanuts, now a discount shopping plaza hawking $3 underwear. His golf courses? Seized and turned into public parks where old guys do Tai Chi. Truth Social, his genius media weapon, tanked when users realized it was just bots praising Trump while he live-streamed selling t-shirts emblazoned with "I'm still your president" in your hearts. Nobody bought them, except maybe his neighbor's aunt in Florida. By 2034, Forbes dropped the bombshell. Donald Trump was officially bankrupt, with a net worth of negative $2.3 billion. He fired back on a glitchy live stream. "Fake news. I'm still rich, believe me." But the empty wallet and roach-infested Queens rental told a different story. His family ditched him faster than you toss a busted flip-flop. Ivanka and Jared Kushner jetted off to Dubai to open a luxury spa, announcing, "We're done with him." Don Jr. tried selling a cologne called Trump Greatness, but got sued when it triggered mass allergies. Eric opened a chicken farm, only to fail when he forgot to feed the chickens. Melania? She filed for divorce, pocketed a cool $50 million in settlement cash, and vanished to Paris, leaving Trump with a note. "Donald, I've had enough." Broke, homeless, and friendless, Trump wandered the streets of New York, the city that once kissed his feet. At first, he clung to his "I'm number one" vibe. He scavenged a busted megaphone and stood in Times Square, bellowing, "I made America great. Now you owe me. This is a Democrat conspiracy." The crowd treated him like a washed-up circus monkey. A few tossed 25-cent coins, saying, "Get yourself a coffee, Pops." Trump scooped them up, grumbling, "Dirty coins, but I'll make them work." He crashed in homeless shelters, rubbing elbows with the losers he'd once sneered at. Trump refused to line up for free soup, whining, "What kind of soup is this? Not McDonald's quality. I won't eat it." But hunger doesn't care about your resume, even if you're a former president. That first night, he gnawed on a stale bread crust, muttering, "Obama never had to eat this. I guarantee it." Day by day, he learned to dig through trash for beer cans to sell, though every stoop came with a gripe. "I should be golfing at Mar-a-Lago, not grubbing like this." Trump tried to rebuild his brand, even from the gutter. He scribbled "Make America Great Again" on a piece of cardboard with stolen crayons from a street kid, waving it to beg. "I'm Trump. Don't you recognize me? $10, and I'll tell you about being president." People just scoffed. The real Trump's sipping Mai Tais in a tax haven, not sitting here. One day, he crafted wig from dog fur he found, pitching them as the best hair, like mine used to be. An old lady bought one, then returned it because it made her itch. Among the homeless crew, Trump somehow bonded with a few oddballs. Joe, a boozy ex-vet, loved hearing Trump ramble about beating China, even if he didn't get it. You talk big, man, but you're just like me now. No home, no cash. Joe teased, handing Trump a bottle of cheap rot gut. Trump took a sip, choked, and wheezed. What is this garbage? Not top-shelf scotch, don't waste my time. But that night, he drank more, sobbing. I used to have the best liquor. Now, it's this swill. Maria, a Mexican immigrant, often shared her tacos with him. Trump took them, but couldn't resist griping. Mexicans like you cost me my job. Now you're feeding me? Maria grinned. You wanted to build a wall to keep me out. Now I'm keeping you alive. Funny, huh? Trump shut up because those tacos beat charity soup by a mile. Over time, he grumbled less, though he never dropped the self-praise. I'm the best president ever, even eating your tacos. In December 2036, a YouTuber caught Trump on camera arguing with a stray cat over a chicken bone beside a dumpster. The clip went viral, captioned, Trump, real or fake? Laugh till you cry. News outlets pounced, dragging him onto a talk show. Trump, now a bony relic with wild white hair, shuffled into the studio with fake swagger. You think I'm done? Never. I'm Trump. I always win. But when the host asked how he was surviving, he stammered, I'm doing great, the best. Can you spare some cash? The interview became a national punchline. Memes flooded the internet. Trump hoisting a greatest homeless guy trophy. Trump posing by a dumpster with Re-elect Me 2036. He stormed off set, rejecting the show's offer of a free motel stay. I don't need pity. I'm Trump. Then he trudged back to his bridge, clutching his cardboard like it was a crown. Winter 2037 rolled in, and they found Trump stiff as a board next to a trash pile, still gripping his faded sign. I was the president. No one knew if the cold got him, or if he choked on a moldy bread scrap. His homeless buddies threw a funeral, stacking empty beer cans around his body. Joe mumbled, he was nuts but kind of fun. Trump's death made the news for a hot minute, then got buried under a TikTok star's latest scandal. Donald Trump, the man who vowed to make America great, ended his days as a street jester under flickering lights. He lost everything, but maybe in his final breath, he still thought he was the best. The world? It shrugged and forgot him faster than a bad joke.